Hello all, and welcome back to Lana Vibes. Ended up only reading 3 books in March, and I know guys, I'm not doing well. Worked so much in the past few months that it's been absolutely crazy. I don't have any time. I just got back from Texas like yesterday for like a church trip, so I've been like non-stop going constantly. And also when I do have free time, I have been playing hours and upon hours upon hours upon hours of Diner Dash. Like it's unhealthy. I only have I set a goal to like beat every single level on expert, and I only have 2 levels left, and so that's taken up a lot of my time, I'll have to say. But I did read 3 books in March. The first book I read was Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I rated this book, I would probably rate it like a 3.5 stars or a 4-star book. And honest to God, it's just because I do not like romance books. I don't know why. I don't like them. I don't really care about them that much. I'm trying to try all books, okay? So I'm trying to get into different genres, find out what I like most. I don't say that it was a bad book. I just didn't really like it. I don't know. I did start, I audiobooked that. So I was listening to it on Spotify, and then they cut me off, and then I started back again. So I've had a big gap in the middle of listening to it. So maybe that's why I didn't like it. I don't know. I just didn't like it that much. It felt very much Hallmark-esque, and I think that's what she was going for, because it even says at the beginning of the book, you know, I wish every, romance could be like, in real life could be like a Hallmark, romance where big city girl goes to a small town, falls in love, and it references that in the very beginning of the book, and that's literally what happens in the whole book. Like, very big rich city girl goes to a small town, finds somebody. It's an interesting read, but it's not one that I would read again, and I actually don't even have it because I sold it. I have so many books, guys, and you're going to see that in my TBR. That's why I have a different angle right now, because I have that set up. But I have so many books that I try to read them, and the ones that I'm just not feeling it, they're not 5 stars for me, I sell them or I get rid of them, donate them or whatever. So anyways, Book Lovers, I give it a solid 3.5, 4 stars if I'm being generous. It was okay. It wasn't a bad book. The next book I read was None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I loved this book. I would probably give it 4.75. It says it on the back that it was supposed to be like Verity, and has very much Verity-esque vibes. I would say it's not exactly like Verity. There's definitely some things in it that I thought at the beginning, I was like, well, there's no way that they can make that into an interesting story. But they did. Lisa Jewell, you did a good job on this book. So you're following 2 women in this book that share a birthday. When I read that, I was like, how can they create a good story from that? Like, that's an odd setup. You know what I mean? I think y'all get that. I thought it was a little odd. But anyways, these 2 women meet. One of them has a very sad life, and then one of them has like a podcast, and she's living her best life, and she's like the perfect mom, okay? And then you see this other girl who has just, seems like her life is rough, and she's married to an older man, and she's been with him ever since she was a teenager, and it's just a lot of things come out. Anyways, the girl who has not a good life finds the girl who has a great life, and then she ends up going on this girl's podcast. She convinces her. She's like, I have a great story. Like, you need to listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this story. And so the whole time through the book, you see these interviews of her interviewing this other mom, and like the stories and the stuff that's gonna happen. So it definitely has some twists in it and stuff that I was like really confused by, because the way the book is set up, it's like you're in the present and you see both perspectives of the women. So like it switches back and forth. But then it flashes forward to like a Netflix documentary special that is referencing stuff that hasn't happened yet. And you're like, I don't understand how we can get from this point right now to what the Netflix documentary is saying, because nothing crazy has happened, you know, but they keep like referencing back and they're like, and these women were blah, 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 blah. And then I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it's a really interesting way of a book. I've never read a book like this. I will say that. It was so interesting. And then near the end, it got a little bit harder to understand and more like when the stuff was getting revealed, I was like, what is happening? Because there's a lot that happens all of a sudden. And you see like revelation and then another revelation and then they switch back to the present and they go back to the future and they're like, so anyways, I read it in a week. I feel like that was a longer time for me than normal because I really enjoy thrillers and I'm usually can read it really fast. I don't know. I've just been super busy, I guess. But anyways, there's definitely some stuff in this book that makes you feel, leaving you feeling kind of icky, like that didn't make me feel good, you know. I guess that's with every thriller though, because things happen that you're mad that happen and you're like, what in the world? Like, I can't tell you what happens. But anyways, I think you should read this book. I enjoyed it and it just furthers my belief that I am a thriller girl. I like thrillers, I like mysteries, I like that genre, and this type of book was great. The last book I read was Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I don't have this book. I read most of it and then I audiobooked the rest of it. I didn't love that book. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like it didn't have a very good plot. It was okay. I think it gives you good, cozy, warm feeling vibes whenever you see a good community coming together and helping each other, and that was sweet and cute and heartwarming and kind, but I just didn't like it. I felt like it lacked plot. I felt like it wasn't very interesting. It was hard for me to pay attention. It was hard for me to, I didn't want to pick it up every single day, you know? And I think that that is the feeling that you strive to find whenever you find a book that you like, is you want to pick it up every day. And that one just wasn't it for me. I'd probably give it 3.5 stars. I think it was, you know, a heartwarming book about a community coming together, but the whole basis of the story is about this, is she an orc? An ogre? She's something. She's a monster. I can't remember. I feel stupid that I can't remember what that is. An ogre? I don't know. I'm going to put the thing somewhere on the screen so that you guys know exactly what she was. I feel bad that I can't remember. But anyway, she's in this mythical realm and she opens up a little coffee shop in this town that was like a stable, and she transforms it into a coffee shop. So that was kind of cute. She hires some people to help her. They all kind of become really good friends, and some bad stuff happens to the coffee shop and all the friends come together to like fix it, and that was cute. I wasn't for me. It wasn't for me, and I do like fantasy, but maybe not cozy fantasy. I like fantasy with like crazy plots and something that keeps me on the edge of my seat and makes me stress the whole time. So that's what I want, and that wasn't it for me. But it was okay. I gave it 3.5 stars. And that's all the books that I read in March. I am sorry, but I spent most of my time playing Diner Dash, and honestly, when I lay down at night, I'll think about seating all the customers and getting their food orders and taking it to them and the pure chaos of it all. But anyways, that's what I've been doing the past month. Stay tuned and check out my next video, which is going to be my TBR, and I'm going to pick from a jar, so I'm going to do it differently this time, and y'all are going to get to see my crazy book collection so far. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. I know I only have like 8 followers, but it truly means the world to me that you guys even watch my video. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, bye.